What's up? What's up, YouTube? I don't see Tyler Perry too much. But I'm gonna tell you the worst actors. My 3 worst actors. Oprah, you are a terrible actor. Ellen, you are a terrible actor. It's all over your face. And this fool right here, TD Jakes. TD Jakes, you are a terrible actor. It's all over your face, bruh. All. Dr. Umar, you are a horrible actor. It's all over your face and in your bank accounts. But see, what the problem is, all these people I just named, they're great speakers. They are great speakers. They know what words. They know what is the most powerful word in the dictionary. Do you know? Y'all tell me, put it in the comments. I'm going to tell you later. That's going to be a tribute. Put it in the comments if you know without Googling. If you Google it, you might get the answer. If too many people know the answer, because it's one word. It's one word that's the most powerful word in the dictionary, in the English language, whatever you want to call it. And it's a simple word. And then you can explain, and I'll explain to you why. It's deep too. And you'll be like, dang, I can see why, if it makes sense, right? If it makes sense. These people go to public speaking classes, Dr. Umar, TD Jakes, and all these people. See, people like me, 50 Cent and all that, with 50 Cent, they probably took the class and, okay, all right. So now I know what to say when I'm being interviewed, right? When I was in college, we had to take that was a joke. We had to take a public speaking class, and I was all excited. I'm going to be able to speak, because this one day it's going to be sold out seats to hear Uncle Mike speak. Anyway, let me woosah. There's going to be sold out seats to hear me speak, because you know why? Because I'm going to stand on truth. I'm going to stand on truth while I help people. That's all you need to bring all the sheep to you. Standing on truth and helping people. That big old porterhouse you got, boy, shame on you. People in there hurting. And you doing the hurting. Anyway, how the heck I do all that? Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, man. Let's check this bad boy.
I ain't never made a call to Diddy. I got Diddy's number. Just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just said?
Ooh, this is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
He didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Yep.
You really hate Sean Combs.
Why would they be thinking that?
Because of the things that you post on Instagram,
Look at this. And let's stop for a second and do say that I hated him enough to hire his kids. And we've never done anything to each other. So it's just competitive energy and things that you say about other artists while you're in hip-hop culture.
You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family. First, I personally reached out to the victims' legal teams. The real reason he's not getting out is those buried cases behind the scenes. I provided legal funding for 7 victims who had been silent for years and brought in the top criminal attorneys in the country. Second, I bought up every potential post-release business deal he had lined up. I planned this 2 years in advance, so by the time he got sentenced and still had hope of getting out, every partner had already cut ties with him. Third, I don't just have evidence, I've got backups. This is an entire minefield that's been buried for 20 years. I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years. With testimonies from the victims, we interviewed over a dozen people he tricked, threatened, or violated. You think that's harsh? No, he destroyed other people's lives for decades. I'm just making sure he spends a few extra years in prison for it. I'm not afraid of his people, not afraid of his threats. I know he's still in there fantasizing about a comeback, but the truth is, he's never coming back.
Dallas Bishop T.D. Jakes has finally spoken out amid growing speculation about his alleged attendance at events hosted by Diddy. Recent reports indicate he may be considering legal action against those who have publicly claimed he was involved. Following headlines surrounding Jay-Z and Beyoncé, Jake has emerged as the latest high-profile figure tied to efforts to challenge sources connected to Diddy's ongoing controversy. This situation raises serious questions. What role did he actually play at these gatherings? And what exactly are the allegations being made?
It's good.
Here we are.
Great.
Hey, Tyson. This is ready to get shit open.
Okay. Great. Y'all, all the people who prayed.
Fake old. I'm ashamed on you. How dare you sit there and fake that heart attack like that? I have researched people having heart attacks or mild heart attack. He talking about on a news thing. He talking about some. They said I had a massive heart attack. Ain't no records of it. Ain't nothing. But you on other people talk shows on some. Well, I was at the hospital and they said I had a massive heart attack. Do you know? Do you know if you have a massive heart attack? I ain't never seen somebody have a massive heart attack and get out the next day. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You in this hospital for weeks. Talk to some of these nurses. When they take your vital signs and put all this stuff under your tongue and go through your eyes and do all this stuff, they know you faking. They know they can. Oh, blood pressure 80 over 90, 90 over 48, 6 on the hike. They know you faking. That's what I keep saying to people, man. They know you faking, and I can look in your eyes and tell you faking. You fake it. Let's continue.
Hey, Tyson. This is ready to get shit open.
Let's continue.
Great. Y'all,
look at this
all
mess.
The people who prayed, all the people who tested, all the people who had prayer vigils, all the people who were concerned and said love and said notes. Thank you. Just grace. Not afraid to die.
I wish I wasn't. Boy.
The people who love me, the church hates me, will call me the God who sent me.
On November 25th, Bishop.
Fake. And he stood up out of that wheelchair. How long was he in the hospital? I think he got out the very next day. I mean, of course, they ain't gonna keep you. Look here, man. Look here, brother Faker. You can't have a bedroom and you faking. I can hear the nurses now. We need this bed for somebody that's really sick. And you over here faking? Nah, you can't have no bed over here. I don't care how much money you paid. That's what happened. He had to leave. Oh my God. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Probably went to Pizza Hut after that.
On November 25th, Bishop T.D. Jakes filed a defamation lawsuit against Pastor Dwayne Youngblood. Who had publicly accused him of misconduct, allegedly occurring when Youngblood was just 18. Youngblood claimed the incidents took place during church services and said he had witnesses and phone records to support his account. The allegations were deeply troubling and quickly attracted widespread attention. Since then, Bishop Jakes has also been referenced in legal documents related to Diddy and mentioned by comedian Cat Williams as part of the broader controversy.
Can't even imagine being 18, 19 years of age. This person is killing it, and they're saying to you, come on in, let's talk. And so I did. I went in. We sat down at a very long dining room table in a room that she had. And for 2 hours, it was unbelievable. Pouring of heart, crying, him talking about my father, we talking about these scenarios. And I inwardly just knew I had finally found someone who could get it.
That's what
someone
they do.
Who understood. I'm sitting at this table, and for the first time talking to any man, I got tears coming down my face because somebody gets me. Somebody understood what I was going through. Well, after sitting there and having this long discourse with him, I finally look at my watch and I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to go. I got to get this car back to my mother. She's going to kill me. So I said to Bishop, I got to get up. And I got up from the table. He got up from the table. He walked around toward the way I had to exit quicker than I got over there. And when I started to walk past him, he pulled me to himself, wrapped his arms around me and tried to kiss me. And in that moment, I literally died.
I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I couldn't have no man. Uncle Mike, you see what this man saying about you? I couldn't have no man saying that about me. I'd be like, bullshit. Man, there's no way. What you going? Then he got a lawsuit. They got lawsuits out on each other and everything. Come on, TD Jakes. You know good and well you did something you had no business doing to this guy. This guy has been in jail. He's doing his interview, right? This guy been in jail for doing something to young boys. Not girls, boys. And then he's telling him the whole interview, he telling him why he had to go back to jail because he was messing with young boys in the church. Now he over here with TD Jakes. And TD Jakes, you didn't do nothing to him? You ain't do nothing to him, but let him drive you around. Come on, man. Y'all think I'm stupid. Pulled me
wrapped
to
his arms
himself.
around me and tried to kiss me.
That's for wait a minute, y'all. I gotta hear that one more time. Can I hear it one more time?
So I said to Bishop, I got to get up. And I got up from the table. He got up from the table. He walked around toward the way I had to exit quicker than I got over there. And when I started to walk past him, he pulled me to himself, wrapped his arms around me and tried to kiss me. And in that moment, I literally died.
Shit, I know I would.
I tell you, to this day, I can't remember how I got out of that place. But I remember driving home with all kinds of crazy thoughts and what in the world am I going to do now? And I finally get home, get in the house, get in the bed. I'm going to try to go to sleep. And I get to sleep and get up in the morning. And in the morning, I step into our bathroom and my home phone rings. My mother answers the phone and she says to me, Wayne, it's Elder Jakes. And I get on that phone. And when I get on that telephone, I can hear water. He is sitting in a bathtub. And in that thing, he says to me, without any hesitation, there's 3 things I need you to do. The first one is, when I come to Pittsburgh, you're going to be the only person I sleep with. The second one is, you can't sleep with anybody else because I don't want to give my wife anything. And thirdly, I will take care of you the rest of your life. I can't to this day remember how I got off that phone, but I do know I made a decision that I wasn't going to the service that night. And eventually I told my mother, I'm not going to go to the service tonight. She says, no. You know, we got a rule in this house. If we go, you go. I never told her what he had done. I went to church, and the most humiliating thing imaginable happened that night at church. Bishop Jakes, getting up to preach, speaks into that microphone. I'm going to ask young minister Youngblood to read for me. And after all of that drama of the last 24 hours, I had to read.
TD Jakes was initially named in Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy, which alleged that Diddy used Jakes' religious influence to help repair his public image. According to the lawsuit, Jakes reportedly leveraged his position at the Potter's House to bolster Diddy's reputation and gain access to new social circles. While Jakes has denied any wrongdoing, he has remained largely silent regarding claims about his attendance at Diddy's events.
Dallas pastor T.D. Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
It's filed by a producer that worked with Combs. It discusses how the singer planned to leverage his relationship with the bishop to soften the impact on his public image of Casey Ventura's lawsuit. Ventura is a former girlfriend of Combs who filed her own lawsuit in November alleging abuse, violence, and sex trafficking.
Meanwhile, Combs' lawyer is criticizing the raids at two of the hip-hop mogul's homes in a federal sex trafficking investigation. He called them an unprecedented ambush. It comes as we're getting a new look inside Combs' L.A. house after the search by federal agents. Carter Evans has details about what the feds have uncovered so far.
Guns, cell phones, and other electronics are among the items taken from the homes of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, according to a source familiar with the search warrant performed by federal agents at his properties in Los Angeles and Miami. TMZ says this video shows the aftermath of the raid inside Combs' LA mansion. Drawers empty, documents scattered, and safes open and searched. Hours after the raid started, Combs was seen walking around the Miami Opa-locka airport, according to TMZ, which also obtained this video. Later, at the same airport, authorities arrested Combs' associate, Brendan Paul, and charged him with drug possession. In a civil suit filed against Combs by former music producer Rodney Jones, Paul was accused of being a drug and gun mule who allegedly aided Combs in sex trafficking. Yesterday, Diddy's lawyer called the law enforcement action nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. Could this federal investigation have come out of these private lawsuits?
Oh, absolutely. If it involves sex trafficking, or drugs, or weapons, or other illegal behavior.
Lori Levinson is a former federal prosecutor.
They've decided this is worth a lot of resources across the country. So once they've done these searches, they have evidence to follow up on. And if they've got it, they'll move on it.
We still here, you're rocking with the best.
Even though Combs has not been publicly named as a target of the investigation, he says he's now prepared to fight to...
Interestingly, several witnesses have claimed to have seen T.D. Jakes at Diddy's high-profile events, including his well-known all-white parties. One witness, Gandil, reportedly confirmed Jakes' attendance and questioned why a prominent religious leader would be so closely linked to Diddy. In the past, Gandil has also suggested that certain pastors were connected to Diddy's inner circle, implying that some may be concealing their true associations behind a carefully crafted righteous image.
How certain people act after one drink, two drinks. And if those girls was drinking out those bottles that he said Diddy laced, and he could show on camera, and he could show that some people had passed out, or some people were acting a certain way after they had those drinks, he won his case on that one.
When you was around Diddy, was he doing drugs, like party drugs, like ecstasy and stuff like that?
Diddy wasn't the dude he is today when I was around him. You understand? He had just started, when I was about to leave, he had just started with because he never smoked weed, he never smoked cigarettes, I never seen him do cocaine or none of that shit. You understand? He would have it for people to do it. You understand? It's certain of his girls like to do it, and he would make sure it would be there. But he wasn't the one that did it. Diddy didn't start getting hooked on drugs until he got hooked on those painkillers. After he got hooked on those painkillers, he started drinking more, because he wouldn't even drink hard liquor. He was only drinking champagne, Don P or Cristal. He was not drinking hard liquor then.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. And he also claims that, Diddy, he was using T.D. Jakes to fix his image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time. That's why T.D. Jakes was there, to try to fix his image.
Diddy, known for fiercely protecting his billion-dollar brand, has always prioritized his public image. Reports indicate that he made significant donations to T.D. Jakes' mega church, with Jakes allegedly playing a role in bolstering Diddy's reputation in return. Since being named in the lawsuit, sources say Jakes has been under immense pressure, at one point nearly collapsing on stage. Those close to him claim he is deeply concerned about being pulled further into the legal fallout and is trying to keep the situation as quiet as possible.
So I want to get right into it, man. How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and TD Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You have to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication, man on man, woman on woman, he on she. But maybe he there to lay some hands on somebody. Maybe he there to save some souls. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere. So now what he's doing is he's making, man, he making the Christians look real bad right about now.
And you've been to these parties, right?
Oh yeah, I was there when he was doing the white parties in the Hamptons and the whole 9 yards. So I know what goes on at the parties. If they probably got a little bit more freakier, as time went on, because they got to the point whereas that they didn't even care. It used to be secretly, where people used to go to, separate rooms and different rooms, and they wasn't doing that out in the public, but now they don't care. Men kissing men and all this other that's just crazy.
So why do you think he was going to these parties?
I think that he's going to the Diddy parties, bruh. If he's going, well, we know he's going to the Diddy parties, and I know that it's, I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy parties. Maybe he needs to see it for himself, man. Maybe he needs to go there and really be involved in some things that could help save some individuals while they going to those parties. Or maybe he just going to, man, it's hard to even talk about. Why would you find a religious man, when you know that the saints supposed to separate themselves from the sinners, and why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bro? Whether it's drinking, maybe fornicating, maybe, like I said, men on men, women on women. It's hard to put in perspective unless he's involving himself what is actually going on at the parties. It's hard, brother. Bruh, you can't, I really don't know why, as a spiritual advisor to him, that they buddy while he got a party with him like that and be at his parties. It's got to be, maybe it's something more that meets the...
Reports have surfaced suggesting that a pastor appears in footage obtained during federal raids on Diddy's Miami mansion. While authorities have not confirmed the individual's identity, some sources, including Gandil and alleged victims, have speculated that it could be TD Jakes. These recordings are reportedly a major source of concern for Jakes, as their release could seriously damage his reputation and potentially lead to legal repercussions.
The friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
I think that the celebrities that may be worried is because what Lil Rob said. Lil Rob said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, can you imagine? He had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs and little tape recorders. I mean, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men.
Men?
Woman on woman, man on man.
Don't say that.
All kind of crazy shit. Bruh. They just wondering who or when.
Several legal experts have highlighted a troubling pattern in the allegations surrounding Diddy and his inner circle, suggesting that the alleged abuse stemmed not only from desire, but also from power, control, and dominance. TD Jake's accuser has made similar claims, stating he was made to feel powerless and humiliated, even recalling an instance where Jakes allegedly told him he was owned. These accounts point to deeper issues of manipulation and authority at the heart of the controversy. The pressing questions remain: why do these allegations continue to gain credibility? And what are the implications for those involved?
That you were presented with?
Well, the thing with a sexual abuser is they follow a pattern. They fall to type, and you become very clear on what that pattern is, particularly a serial sexual abuser. And these cases were all identical in the facts, identical in the story. It was beginning, middle, conclusion.
They know each other?
Boom. None of them knew each other.
Did you have them meet?
No.
Did you have them coordinate stories?
No.
Do you think they had any contact with each other before they came to you?
Absolutely not.
And when you were talking to them, well, first, the ones that you didn't take, why not?
Stories didn't make sense. Stories didn't fit the pattern. Stories were not credible. I mean, this is my 30th year as a lawyer. I've tried over 100 cases. I can assess whether somebody's story is credible. And if I don't believe it, I'm not going to put my name on a pleading, sign it, and file it in court. I'm not doing that. And that's what I did with the 60 plus cases that I rejected.
And this is not really your area of expertise. If people look you up, celebrity lawsuits is not really where you make your bones. Why this?
Well, I was involved in the Weinstein litigation. Right. I was involved in the Paducah litigation. I was involved in the Hayden litigation. Why did I do this? I do this because it's important. I think it's important for people to be heard, have their chance to get the power back. Because sexual abuse, sexual assault is about one thing: taking power, humiliating, demeaning a person and a victim. It has nothing to do with sex. And so I think it's important. I think it's important to get the word out. I think it's important for men to feel, hey, look, I can come out and be heard just like a woman could.
And the defense that, look, they knew what they were getting into. These are regrets. They went there, they partied, and now they see a pocket.
No, I don't think so. My client
were they gay men?
One was bisexual, the other ones were not. And they were going there. The client was bisexual, worked for Diddy. Diddy owed him money for doing errands for him and being his step and fetch, for lack of a better word. And I think it was a power move. It was a clear power move because this guy had the nerve to come to him and say, you owe me money. And so Diddy said, come on to the Intercontinental Hotel. He gives him the drug, knocks him out, sodomizes him. And I won't use the term that my client used, but said he tried to turn me into his B word. And I think it was a clear power move on each and every occasion. I think the ones that took place in the Park Hyatt, that wasn't partying. My client met him at a nightclub in the city here with a music producer. He didn't think he was getting into that. The man who was in the Hamptons, he thought he was going to a white party. Who wouldn't want to go to a white party? I would have gone to a white party back in the day. I wouldn't go now, but they went there.
Some believe that TD Jakes may have been another figure ensnared in Diddy's alleged web of influence. According to these claims, Diddy reportedly invited high-profile guests to his parties, allegedly drugged them, and secretly recorded compromising footage. This material was then supposedly used as leverage. It has been suggested that this is how Diddy maintained control over certain individuals, possibly including Jake's, though none of these allegations have been officially confirmed.
It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies. They're not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape. Doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and the girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking, and they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, T.D. Jakes, he hasn't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man then led them probably, allegedly led them to damnation, because those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off.
Despite Diddy's extensive network of celebrity connections, very few have publicly defended him, raising questions about what they may know or fear. This silence appears tied to concerns over disturbing footage reportedly recovered from Diddy's properties. Some speculate that blackmail, rather than loyalty, may be keeping people quiet. Bishop T.D. Jakes, once closely linked to Diddy, has yet to comment publicly on the matter. As lawsuits continue and new details emerge, it remains uncertain whether Jakes was complicit, manipulated, or simply caught in the fallout of a powerful network now under intense scrutiny.
This man, come on now. This dude right here, come on, man. I don't know what to say about him, man. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.